Today, I will be telling part 2 of The Legend of Dream. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to go check it out as it explains everything you need to know going into this video. Also, 97% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you enjoy the videos at all, make sure to subscribe as it will make my day. Thank you. Anyway, I present to you part 2 of The Legend of Dream. December 26th, 2019. A day that would redefine Dream's channel. It was the day of the first ever Minecraft Manhunt. This first video was titled Beating Minecraft but my friend tries to stop me. If you're not familiar with the rules of Minecraft Manhunt, it's pretty simple. One player attempts to beat Minecraft while one or more hunters try to kill them. These hunters have infinite lives and their only goal is to kill the speedrunner. If the speedrunner is able to kill the Ender Dragon before dying once to the hunters, they win. But if the hunters kill them once, the speedrunner loses. Because this was the first time Dream and George had ever done a manhunt, neither of them really had a clear idea of what they were doing, and it showed in some of the decisions they made. To start off the video, Dream ran off before George even realized. This allowed Dream to craft a wood sword and kill George with no problems at all. Because of this, Dream got away within 30 seconds of the manhunt, which is something we never see today. Another mistake George made throughout the manhunt was constantly telling Dream where he was. This gave Dream plenty of time to prepare for battle and took away the element of surprise. Despite his loss, the video did amazing, pulling in over 7.5 million views to this day, and was the first video in what would be the most successful Minecraft series ever. But why did this series do so well? What made Minecraft Manhunt the most viewed Minecraft series on YouTube? Well, the audience didn't know it yet, but Dream did. This series had potential. Lots of it. And this video was only the tip of the iceberg. 5 days later, Dream uploaded his sequel to the first manhunt. This video went much smoother for Dream. He was able to escape George off the start by punching him into a cobweb. And throughout the rest of the video, it seemed almost as if George was the one being hunted. After fighting his way into the stronghold, Dream seeked to kill George to send him thousands of blocks back to spawn. What resulted was an intense chase lasting several minutes that resulted in George's death. Because Dream had not gotten all the pearls he needed to complete the portal, he searched for Endermen, in the process enchanting many of his tools and weapons. Then, he entered the end. Dream had now made it considerably farther than his first attempt and was mere minutes away from winning his first manhunt. But George was close on his tail. With full iron armor and ready to fight, Oh. Well, dang. Because he placed a bed outside the portal, George quickly found his stuff and this time was ready to kill Dream. Or maybe not? Anyway, George came back yet again and this time he had a plan. He was going to try and kill the dragon before Dream. Oh, come on! And with this, Dream won his very first manhunt. Dream continued making variations of the manhunt style, including videos such as Minecraft Speedrunner vs Assassin, even featuring the creator of Minecraft, Notch, for one of these videos, Minecraft Speedrunner vs Full Diamond Juggernaut, and even a Minecraft manhunt with Dream as the hunter. Believe it or not, this manhunt came down to the end. George had found the stronghold, but Dream was hot on his trail. Dream dug down and began chasing George, stopping only to set his bed spawn in the stronghold. After a few minutes, George escaped to the surface. Dream followed close behind and the chase continued. Narrowly escaping with a boat, George was able to loop back around to his entrance into the stronghold. Dream, still close behind, mined down and followed. Why? Why does this always happen? Literally every single time George entered the end and all hope was lost for Dream. For with his death, he lost all of his stuff as well as his chances at winning. Why do I even do this anymore? Finally, Dream and George met for one final manhunt. This would decide who truly won, as both George and Dream had won one manhunt each. Little did they know, the ending would be the most important of the entire series. This manhunt was the first to include traps. The first trap Dream set was with his nether portal. After making the portal, he entered so George would see him get the achievement. Knowing George would do anything he could to get to the portal before Dream left, Dream immediately returned to the overworld and hid in the village. The second George arrived at the portal, he jumped out of hiding and killed him, sending George back to square one and buying himself lots of time. The second trap was set at the stronghold. After killing George, Dream entered the stronghold and built a lava trap in the portal room. He sat and waited for George to dig down to him, and as soon as he did, Dream killed him yet again. And after gathering a few more ender pearls, he entered the end. But this time, George was fully prepared. What resulted was the most epic battle to this point in the series. The two fought as Dream slowly drained the health of the dragon. With each swing of the sword, he inched closer to victory until...
No! Yes! Yes! No, 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 no! No! No, 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 no! Yes! 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 Oh my god! No, no, no! You didn't even go through the portal. You didn't go through the portal.
Dream won. Or did he? George claimed that since Dream didn't enter the portal after killing the dragon, the win didn't count, while Dream argued that simply killing the dragon counted as a win. This debate resulted in what would be the most important rule clarification in the series. To win a manhunt, the speedrunner must kill the dragon, but is not required to enter the portal afterwards. By this logic, the win goes to Dream, and along with it, the series win against George. In the early days of Minecraft Manhunt, Dream was good, but nothing compared to what he is today. Why? What happened in between now and then that made him so much better? The answer is simpler than you may think. There's a time in between the early and later days of Manhunt. A time that forever changed how Dream played the game and improving his skill to levels he could never have imagined. This was the age of speedrunning. In early March 2020, Dream began to grind constantly for a new type of video he wanted to do. What made this idea different, however, was the sheer difficulty of actually doing it. Dream was attempting to break the Minecraft 1.14 random seed speedrun world record. At the time, the record was held by popular Minecraft streamer Illumina HD and stood at 32 minutes 37 seconds. Dream's plan was to beat this record, taking Illumina's spot at number 1. According to Dream, he spent 2 weeks straight grinding speedruns trying to get the one that would beat Illumina. And on March 15th, he finally did. The run started off very well for Dream, as he found 2 desert temples right next to spawn. The first temple proved very useful to Dream as it gave him 12 iron ingots. Dream stated directly after that this was about as good of a start as you could possibly hope for. Next, he crafted flint and steel and used it to efficiently gather cooked food. On his way to the second temple, Dream noticed a lava pool nearby which could be used to create a nether portal. The second temple wasn't very useful to Dream other than providing him with a few gold ingots and 2 golden apples. After exiting the second temple, Dream uses the nearby lava pool to build a nether portal and enter, all within the first 5 minutes of the run. After mining a few blocks in the nether, Dream noticed a nether fortress with a double spawner right below him. This was huge, and allowed him to leave the Nether after only 8.5 minutes despite a very close call. All he needed now was ender pearls. Because he had gotten gold from the temple and there was a forest directly next to the village he was in, Dream was able to quickly mine wood and use trading techniques to gather all 12 ender pearls from a villager along with an extra. Armed with 13 Eyes of Ender, Dream began his search for the stronghold. At this point, he was 22 minutes into the run and knew he had a chance to break the record. Within 5 minutes, he had located the stronghold and dug straight into the portal room, entering the end with almost 5 minutes to spare. After some trouble with the crystals and a few close calls, Dream managed to kill the dragon, beating Illumina's record by 16 seconds and giving Dream the world record. This video did amazing for Dream, holding over 9 million views today and was one of the reasons Minecraft speedrunning is so popular today. However, Illumina was not ready to accept defeat. And just 1 week after Dream took his record, he stole it right back with an astounding time of 27 minutes 26 seconds. The main difference with Illumina's run was the use of an acacia village and TNT to gather all the wood required to trade, rather than mining it all by hand. This took Dream 8 minutes when chopping wood, but only took Illumina 3 by blowing up the village houses and gathering the dropped wood. Combine that with greater efficiency throughout the run, and you have yourself a new world record. And yet, despite it taking Dream nearly 2 weeks to get the last world record, it took him only 2 days to break it again. This run was very similar to Illumina's, getting lucky with the nether spawn and utilizing village strats to trade quicker. The main time save came when searching for the portal. Dream and Illumina had thrown their first eye at nearly the same time, but Dream had found the stronghold almost a minute sooner. Dream was also faster to find the portal room, saving yet another 30 seconds. This meant that although Dream was 45 seconds slower than Illumina to kill the dragon, he was still able to claim the world record. Dream's new record stood for a few weeks, but was then taken down by Illumina once again. Over the next month or so, Dream would take a break from speedrunning to focus on his rapidly growing channel. Then, all of a sudden, he returned with yet another world record. Over the month he took off, the record had been lowered to 22 minutes and 23 seconds by another respected speedrunner in the community, Real Benex. This record was far from his previous one, being over 4 minutes faster. It would take a lot for Dream to beat it, but on June 10th, Dream uploaded this. He had beaten Benex's record by 20 seconds and was once again the world record holder. Today, that run stands in 5th place and the world record is just over a minute faster. All in all, Dream more than proved himself to be a capable speedrunner, and across the weeks of grinding had gotten incredibly good at the game. This really pushed his skill to the next level and would change the dynamic of his videos forever. As the number of hunters increases in Minecraft Manhunt, something interesting happens. A strange new dynamic between the hunters and Dream arises. Suddenly, every word matters, every decision counts, and every advantage must be taken. Dream no longer has room for error. He must be nearly perfect. This is where his speedrunning experience really comes into play. After weeks of nearly 12-hour days, Dream has beating Minecraft down to a science. The Dream from the first Manhunts is now gone, and in his place lies the Dream we know today, a true speedrunner. This dramatic increase in skill is what allowed him to double the difficulty of Minecraft Manhunt by adding another hunter. Double the stakes, double the difficulty, and yet double the reward. Dream uploaded Minecraft Speedrunner vs 2 Hunters on April 19th, 2020. And with this, he could no longer just rely on his PvP skill to win in fights. He now had to create his own advantages through tricking the hunters. He began this right away, asking George and Sapnap if they wanted to check the seed to make sure it was good, only to run off and get a few second head start. One dolphin later and Dream was off. His next trap he set once again involved him entering and immediately leaving the nether. After building his portal, Dream dug multiple pathways leading away from his portal and placed a lava trap under where George was digging. After George fell in the lava, he ran away to regen. Meanwhile, Dream and Sapnap fought. Because of his diamond sword, Dream had the advantage and won the fight. George burned to death, and just like that, the two had nothing, and Dream was into the nether. However, as Dream was getting ready to leave the nether, George was camping the portal. Dream was confident in his ability to kill George as he had a diamond sword while George only had an iron one. But George got a quick combo on Dream, so he had to run. After realizing he had reached a dead end, he jumped off the cliff, ender pearled back to the portal, and escaped. Although Sapnap was waiting for him on the other side, Dream used one of the pathways he created to run away, escaping the hunters yet again and beginning his search for the stronghold. After an intense fight at the stronghold, Dream entered the end, his newfound skill shining through as he rushed to slay the dragon. As he finished off the last of the end crystals, the hunters awaited him at the bottom of the tower. This would be the final battle. 2 hunters and 1 dragon versus Dream. What resulted was a long and epic battle in the end. A combination of running, fighting, and killing that finally concluded in one final chase. As Dream neared the edge of a cliff, the 2 hunters cut him off. It seemed that all hope was lost. They hit him off the edge and cut off his water. With nothing to save him, Dream fell to his inevitable doom. Until a miracle happened. George had accidentally killed Sapnap, and Sapnap's ender pearls fell off the side of the map directly into the hands of Dream. He had been saved. Shocked and confused, George pursued him and was eventually killed by Dream, who lived on 1 heart. And that is how Dream won his first manhunt with multiple hunters. Over the next few weeks, Dream began to experience a completely new level of growth on his channel as his Minecraft Manhunt series, led by his newest edition, truly began to gain traction. Because of this newfound success, Dream knew he had to ramp up the intensity of the manhunts even more. And what better way to do this than to add another hunter? On May 13th, just under a month after his 2 hunters video, Dream uploaded Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters. This took things to a whole new level yet again, as Dream had to rely almost exclusively on creative traps to kill the hunters, since there was no chance of winning a 3v1. At the start of the challenge, the hunters were completely unprepared yet again, with Bad being AFK waiting for an intro. Before they caught up, Dream was able to grab 2 pieces of wood. Because there was no way he could win a 3v1 fight, Dream had to be creative. And that he was. While running, he spotted a ravine with a pool of water at the bottom and jumped in, immediately covering the pool with blocks and causing all 3 hunters to die of fall damage. This was his first trap of the video and bought him some time to escape. Following this first encounter, the group was very disorganized. Therefore, Dream was able to single off and kill them many times until he entered the nether. Here, Dream executed his next trap, a bed bomb. His plan was to hide in a room next to his nether portal and wait for the hunters to enter. He would then proceed to blow them all up using a bed. This plan worked flawlessly. and set the hunters back yet again. Dream's next plan was to use all the time he bought in the Nether to brew potions of strength to even the playing field. This plan also worked perfectly as Dream was able to kill both George and Sapnap in a matter of seconds. At this point, things were looking great for Dream, but then something happened that Dream didn't expect at all. This time, the hunters would not get outplayed. He would.
Oh, we're looking for some iron. We're looking
Oh my
for
God,
some
of course.
iron.
You just
We're looking
narrate
for
literally
some
everything
iron.
you do, don't you?
I do.
Dude, my inventory
We're
is so full
looking for
that I had to have a chest in the Nether with stuff from my.
What? Come on.
The hunters had completely tricked Dream and it nearly killed him. From this point on, Minecraft Manhunt became much more than mere friends playing a Minecraft challenge for a YouTube video. It grew into a constant psychological chess game with no breaks and mind games on top of mind games, all in an attempt to catch their opponent off guard. And this was just the beginning, as little did Dream know, the hunters had planned a trap so good that this time there would be no escape. Dream utilized invisibility potions to sneak into the portal room. Here he completed the end portal, trapping Bad inside. As George and Sapnap chased Dream through a ravine, Bad set up a trap that would win the hunters the challenge. And as Dream entered the portal, this happened.
What? No!
Please, please, please.
No!
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes!
This manhunt was a wake-up call for Dream. He quickly learned that he wasn't the only one thinking of traps and playing mind games. This was a two-sided fight, and would only get more intense. This time, the video blew up even more than the Two Hunters video, pulling in over 35 million views to this day, quickly becoming the most successful video on his channel at the time. Because of this, Dream knew he had to call for a rematch, and that's exactly what he did. On May 28th, Dream uploaded Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters rematch. And this time, both sides have put together plans to outplay the other. Dream started this right away by faking not being ready and running off. This gave him a huge head start. Despite this, he was only able to grab 4 logs before the group caught up to him. This time, the hunters were much more organized and managed to get him to 1 heart before he towered into a tree. He was trapped. Or so they thought. Dream gathered wood from the tree, bridged over a pool of water, and jumped in, allowing him to escape yet again. After a long chase, the hunters decided to regroup and prepare for the next battle. Throughout the manhunt, the hunters' main plan was to stick together, as not doing that nearly lost them the last one. This forced Dream to constantly run and gave him little chance to fight back. Dream's next plan came in the Nether. He once again decided to brew potions, but this time he made potions of fire resistance. Little did he know, these would end up saving his life in a matter of minutes. As he was smelting, the hunters found him. And after an intense chase, they cornered him on a cliff. With nowhere to go, Dream jumped off the cliff, drank his fire resistance potion, and survived. With this, he was able to exit the Nether, and once again, the hunters regrouped to prepare for the final battle. But they had a plan. All 4 of them entered the stronghold at the same time, but the hunters found the portal room first. They then proceeded to cover the whole portal in obsidian, making it impossible to enter without killing all 3 of the hunters, as they would all be camping the portal. But Dream had another idea. He would go to the second stronghold. If you don't know, every Minecraft world can have up to 128 strongholds, with a few of them being located somewhat close to spawn. Dream decided that even though it would take a while, it would be safer to find a second stronghold rather than attempting to kill all 3 hunters. So, that's what he did. As Dream found the stronghold and entered the end, the hunters were nowhere in sight. Dream managed to take out most of the dragon's health before the hunters made it to the end, but he quickly realized the last bit of damage would be the hardest to get. With the dragon about to die, the hunters pulled out their last trick: strength potions. With this, Dream was 2-shot with an iron sword, and he knew if he wanted to win, he had to do something quick. Then, with everything on the line, this happened. Dream had won against 3 hunters. At this point, Dream was experiencing growth he had never seen before, and many of his amazing plays went viral. This level of intensity and competition had truly never been seen before in a Minecraft series. Many people saw his quick thinking and clutch plays as unmatched by any other player. The conversation arose of who the best Minecraft player was, and many considered that player to be Dream. To clarify, this was only considering larger creators and was heavily centered around competitions such as PvP, speedrunning, or events, and for the sake of this video, that is our definition of best Minecraft player. So please don't try to fight me in the comments. Please. While Dream was widely considered to be the best, there was one other player who challenged this position. A player unlike anyone else in the community. He goes by many names, is known for many things, but all of these paths lead back to one man: Technoblade. After dominating the large creator Minecraft tournament Minecraft Monday in late 2019, the name Technoblade induced fear into the minds of anyone who crossed him. He was known for being virtually unbeatable. People treated him as a god, and from the sheer number of accomplishments he's managed to gather, that's not much of an exaggeration. Unlike Dream, who had grown off crazy challenges and genius ideas, Techno grew off of one thing and one thing only: his skill. Although many people knew Dream was great at the game, others pointed out that he had only really played against his friends. To these people in the community, he still had something to prove. If he wanted to be the best, he had to take down Techno. Dream's first time playing against Techno was actually on Techno's home field, Minecraft Monday. Dream joined Minecraft Monday in week 9 and teamed with Bad Boy Halo. Together, they managed to get 4th place, beating Techno's team by 5 points. However, Techno did completely carry his teammate, getting over 900 out of their 1,300 points and taking 1st place on the individual leaderboards. He was still the best, and Dream knew there was plenty of work to do if he wanted to beat Techno. Dream knew that beating Techno in Minecraft Monday would be very difficult, and his early dominance would overshadow any success Dream managed to have. So he decided to focus on a different event. One where the style of games was a better fit for his playstyle. Something new and popular that would allow Dream to beat Techno in front of a crowd. The perfect opportunity arose just a few months later, and would grow to be the biggest Minecraft tournament today. This was the beginning of Minecraft Championship. Dream joined Minecraft Championship on their 6th event, and he made it all about Techno, hoping that creating this rivalry and winning would prove his skill even more. And as the tournament began, things were looking good. Really good. In the early stages of the game, Dream's team dominated, holding first place all the way through Game 5. Meanwhile, Techno's team struggled. After many below-average performances in the first 4 rounds and a great round 5, Techno's team stood in 4th. At this point, things were looking amazing for Dream, as his team was not only beating Techno, but everyone else as well. However, despite their early dominance, their lead would disappear at the hands of one game: Build Mart. Throughout Build Mart, Dream's team struggled, getting 9th place out of 10 teams. Bad organization was their main downfall, as they relied on George, who's literally colorblind, to get colored blocks.
What is this? I'm colorblind. This is not fair.
Are you actually colorblind?
Oh no. I didn't get glazed terracotta.
Okay, I can get it. What color is it?
Oof.
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know. What color is this glazed terracotta, maths? Tell Dream. Orange? Orange?
Blue, yellow, pink, and orange and blue.
What is
Orange,
it? Orange, blue. Okay, I think it's like it looks like it's like orange, blue, and white. It's like a fish, sort of.
It's not fair. I'm colorblind. It's not fair. No, I'm colorblind. It's not fair.
Lime.
Come on, George. You got it. Is this one lime? Lime. I have lime. How much?
We are not builders.
This performance dropped them all the way down to 3rd place, 1,500 points behind first. Going into Sands of Time, the Llamas needed to gain 1,200 points on 2nd place to make it to Dodgeball. This would be difficult, but not impossible. After a solid performance in Sands of Time and an extremely low score from the 2nd place Blue Bats, it all came down to the final game. Foot race. Dream and Techno were close for most of the round, but Dream managed to pull ahead towards the end, beating Techno by 1 spot. The rest of the team did good, but in the end, it wasn't enough to get them into Dodgeball. That being said, Dream did accomplish exactly what he set out to do, achieving 3rd on the individual leaderboards, while Techno landed 9th. This would be the only video Dream would upload on Minecraft Championship and would serve as a catalyst for the events that followed. Minecraft Championship 7. 1 month after their first battle, Dream and Techno returned for round 2. But this time, things would go the other way. Techno's team of himself, Wilbursoot, Filza, and CPK would narrowly take the number 2 spot after Game 8, securing a chance to win it all in Dodgeball. An average team performance across all 8 games resulted in Dream's team finishing in 4th place. This time, he would watch from the sidelines as his rival went for gold. But this would not be a day of celebration for Techno either, as in the final round of Dodgeball, he was taken out right away, leaving the game in the hands of his teammates. This is what happened.
Shoot the arrow, shoot the arrow. Nice,
Yes,
nice play,
come on,
nice
come on,
play.
come on, come on.
He's gonna get to Wilbur.
Grab the arrow, grab the arrow.
No.
Okay, come on,
Dude,
come on,
H-Bomb's got this,
come on.
H-Bomb's got this, H-Bomb's got this.
Come on!
They're gonna choke it, they're gonna choke it.
No, they're gonna do it.
They're not.
How? That is like impossible! When you have 2 people aiming the arrows.
Come on, buddy!
Yeah, they're stressing out.
He's gonna get it. I believe.
Yes! Come on!
Oh my god! What? The choke! The choke! The choke!
Once again, neither Dream nor Techno had won. But then something completely unexpected happened. Dream would have to wait to get his sweet victory over Techno, because for the next Minecraft Championship, they would be teamed. Going into Minecraft Championship 8, Dream and Techno's team were the obvious favorites. Holding 2 of some of the best players to play the game, all the pressure was on them to win. Going into the first game, they knew this, and yet it didn't matter. Dream was not only able to get first in parkour, but was also the only one to finish the course. In Parkour Warrior, you get 10 minutes to get as far as you can into the course. Dream finished in 6. After game 1, their team was well in first place, and for the next 3 games, they would keep that spot. After the Cyan Creepers took first place by getting over 4,500 points in Skyblockle, Dream and Techno remained comfortably in second. Round 6, however, did not go so great. The Aqua Axolotls had managed to get nearly 5,500 points, catapulting them to the first place position. If Dream and Techno wanted to win, they had to come back, and they had 2 games to do it. Next up was big sales at Buildmart. Techno and Dream had strategized on how to win this game before the event and ended up getting second most points of any team, moving them into second place. All they had to do was defend their spot, and they would have a chance to win the tournament. Game 8 was Sands of Time. After a death from Dream, the rest of the team exited the dungeon and prayed that it would be enough. And it was. Here was Dodgeball. As Techno watched from the sidelines, Dream had his chance to prove himself and win Minecraft Championship. It all came down to this. Dream had pulled through and won the Team Minecraft Championship. This win reinforced the pure skill of Dream and Techno and showed everyone once again how good they really were. But Dream still hadn't set out what he swore to do. He hadn't beaten Techno. The opportunity to do this in Minecraft Championship was now gone, as any win over the Blade from then on would be overshadowed by the fact that Dream hadn't won once until Techno was on his team. This only left one option, one way to directly prove who was better. Dream knew they had to 1v1. And lucky for him, he knew a guy. While Dream was playing in Minecraft Championship, his Minecraft Manhunt series began to explode. While continuing his 3 Hunters series, he began experiencing the fastest growth he has ever seen on his channel. His clips going viral. Every YouTuber on the platform trying to replicate his success. He was taking over. It seemed that just as you thought the Manhunts couldn't get any better, they did. And what resulted from this was some of the most intense Minecraft content found on YouTube. Once again, this was Minecraft Manhunt. Mind games. As Minecraft Manhunt moved forward, it was no longer about skill. Of course, skill played a part, but skill doesn't win a 3v1 against good players. It became about mind games. Bluffing, trapping, lying, all became second nature to the members of the Dream Team. Every word must be considered, every step must be calculated, and every plan concealed behind a wall of lies. This was the new Manhunt, and from here on out, it would never go back. Dream posted the finale of Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters on June 18th, 2020. But it wouldn't be the last. There would end up being one more before the real finale. This is what happened in those 2 Manhunts. August 7th, the grand finale. Dream's most viewed video on his channel and one of the most difficult manhunts he's ever done. The culmination of the previous 4 manhunts leading up to this. This was it. Dream had won twice, and the hunters had won twice. Whoever won this, won it all. And both sides were the most ready they've ever been. At the start, there was no tricking the hunters. The second he ran off, they followed right behind him. As Dream mined hay bales at a nearby village, the hunters looted blacksmith chests, getting plenty of iron armor and weapons. Dream had nothing. He kept running until he found a mountain. Using his hay bales, he jumped off the mountain, surviving and buying him enough time to make plenty of bread. With this, he was able to run from the hunters until escaping through a small sea cave. Soon, he found diamonds. But the hunters managed to reach him right as he was about to mine them. He managed to escape, but not before the hunters found even more diamonds. As Dream entered the Nether, the 3 began enchanting. This put Dream at an even bigger disadvantage and pretty much guaranteed he would have to outplay them. As he entered the Nether fortress, he quickly realized that the hunters had already broken both of the blaze spawners. This delayed Dream significantly as he would have to get all the blaze rods from naturally spawning blazes. However, this problem was solved with a chase. Dream managed to kill George, who had just enough blaze rods to give Dream all he needed. After using an ender pearl to escape, it was an all-out race to the portal. Because Dream had managed to gather an insane amount of pearls, he was able to beat Sapnap and Bad there by teleporting. As Dream searched for the stronghold, an intense chase broke out, resulting in another genius play by Dream and him later escaping in a boat. And with this, the end drew near. As Dream was preparing for the final battle, the hunters found the stronghold. This was nothing out of the ordinary as they had used the same strategy multiple times to try to prevent Dream from entering the end. But what they did next shocked everyone. They didn't camp the portal. No. They went through it. This left Dream defeated. He knew just as well as everyone watching that the second he stepped through the portal, he would be attacked from all angles, unable to escape whatever trap they had planned for him. All he could do was think. Think about how well he'd done before. Think about the end of it all. Think about where things had gone wrong. And think of a plan. He had a plan. One all-or-nothing shot at victory. The trick to top all. A final Hail Mary. All he needed was a bit of time. Something he had no lack of in the final moments of this manhunt. As he gathered the materials required to pull it off, his mind couldn't help but wander. What are the chances it actually works? What trap had the hunters built that was so difficult to escape? How would the story end? And as he entered the stronghold and found the portal room, the moment of truth drew near.
There are 6.96969 billion outcomes, and only one of them do I win.
Like the odds are in our favor then. Can you just come in?
You're taking your time, Drew.
I am
Really
taking
are.
my time.
There's no helping it. You will die.
What? What?
What?
Run! George!
No! Ah! Got it.
Yes!
What?
What just happened?
Yes! Oh my god!
What was that?
That worked!
What word?
Yes! No way!
How did he know to do that?
Oh my god!
Were you guys recording? Were any of you recording?
And that is how 50 million people witnessed one of the greatest moments in Manhunt history. This chapter of Dream's legend drew to a close, and this story had a happy ending. That being said, not every story has a happy ending for Dream. The rivalry between Dream and Techno was not over yet. Neither player had shown complete dominance in Minecraft Championship, and so the debate over who was better continued. However, it wasn't just Dream that saw an opportunity with this rivalry, as the god of YouTube, Mr. Beast, had just started a gaming channel. Becoming good friends with Dream and knowing Techno from the days of Minecraft Monday, Mr. Beast had an idea. To fuel the rivalry even more and crown a victor once and for all, he would propose a duel between Techno and Dream for $100,000. For Dream, this was exactly what he needed to prove his dominance of Minecraft in front of an even wider audience. And within weeks of this idea being made public, the rules and date of the duel were set. This would be happening, and the community went crazy. It seemed everyone was speculating about who would win the fight. Both Techno and Dream trained until the day of the duel. August 27th. Months of fighting, ups and downs, led to this moment. All would be put on the line, and within mere hours, the winner would be crowned. Dream's strategy to win the duel was to win specific battles early on and force Techno into a position where he would crack indefinitely under the pressure. But Dream overlooked a crucial factor when making this plan: Technoblade himself. Techno is no ordinary opponent. In fact, he never really wanted the rivalry with Dream in the first place. At least not as much as Dream did. Because Techno's entire channel is based around him winning, losing this battle would hurt him quite a bit more than it would hurt Dream. This is why Techno was so hesitant in accepting the duel and why he trained so much for it. The stakes were high for Dream, but much higher for Techno, as not just his rivalry with Dream was at stake, but his entire reputation. What Dream failed to consider was that Techno was already feeling the pressure Dream intended to place on it. In fact, he faced it every time he turned on the camera. So, when the day of the duel arrived, Dream was quickly caught off guard. And after the first 4 rounds of the duel, Techno was up 3-1, even beating Dream at his own version, 1.16. Techno had completely flipped the script, taking key victories early in the game and putting all the pressure on Dream until it was too much. After round 9, Dream was down 5-4 and the best he could do was tie. Defeated, the pressure got to him, and Technoblade won the final round in Dream's version. Although the two agreed to split the money, the rivalry was over, and this time, Dream was on the losing side. That being said, the two remain friends to this day, and in fact, always were. Even teaming up once again in a much different story. If you watch Minecraft, I can almost guarantee you have at least heard of the Dream SMP. The story of the Dream SMP has grown to become a long and epic tale that is much too vast to be covered in this video. That being said, I will explain its origin. On the afternoon of April 25th, 2020, Dream and George decided to stream a regular survival world. In this stream, they played on a survival server together, exploring the, at the time, new 1.16 Nether update. Over the next few streams, they added the third member of the Dream Team, Sapnap, to the world. They began building, creating a community house and animal farm as their home base. Soon after the server first started, It's Alyssa and Awesome Dude, two of their other close friends, joined the server. At this time, the world was just a casual survival world where the friends shared lighthearted fun together on stream. On July 4th, this dynamic changed when up-and-coming YouTuber Tommy Innit joined the SMP. Tommy's goal was simply to stir up conflict in the server, which he did successfully, being locked in their jail on his very first day. Tommy began a story of his own, where he and his friend Tubbo, who also joined the SMP around the same time, fought to get Tommy's prized possessions, the music discs, back from Dream. This marked the beginning of what became an elaborate storyline spanning many months and capturing the hearts of millions. After the arrival of Tommy in it, the server really began to grow, with more and more streamers constantly joining the SMP. At the same time, the server started to become increasingly popular on YouTube and Twitch. Eventually, the Dream SMP became its official name and has grown many creators' channels tremendously. The server has also started many new friendships and has become a breeding ground for talented content creators. But as for the storyline, well, that's for another video. Our final story in the legend of Dream, and quite possibly the craziest, is Dream's current conclusion to his Minecraft Manhunt series. These next 3 manhunts would push his skill and quick thinking to their absolute limit, as he would be adding a 4th hunter. No matter how good you are, a 4v1 against good players is unbelievably hard to pull off, let alone beating the entire game with them trying to kill you. And yet, the struggle for mental high ground continued, and the first 2 manhunts were some of the most intense yet. Once again, the score was tied at 1-1, and it all came down to a finale. Quite possibly the most intense manhunt Dream has ever had, and one that would decide who won the initial series. The mind games, the plays, the intensity, everything was dialed up to 10. Here was, in my opinion, the best Minecraft manhunt. Dream started off the game pretending to AFK, only to run off and get a short head start on the hunters. By the time they realized, he had already gotten 3 logs, and with that, the first chase began. He was able to temporarily escape by jumping into a ravine, and that bought him enough extra time to make stone tools and mine some iron. After some more running and an extremely close call, Dream towered up and away from the hunters. Quickly running out of blocks, Dream realized he was stuck, and Sapnap closed in fast. There was only one way he could survive this, and somehow, it happened. Narrowly escaping yet again, Dream was able to outgear the hunters and began taking them out. But little did Dream know the hunters had a plan. One that would shift the tide of the manhunt. You see, the 4th hunter, Antfrost, was not present for any of the previous encounters. He was off on his own. And when he arrived, what he brought with him was multiple full sets of iron armor and tools. Dream was back on the run. The chase soon found its way to an incredibly tall mountain, and Dream was able to escape by flying away in a boat. I'm not kidding, that actually worked. After some time to gather resources, another chase broke out. This time, Dream was able to kill both George and Sapnap by trapping them in cobwebs and blowing them up, buying him enough time to enter the Nether. He was able to get all of the pearls and blaze rods he needed after winning a 2v1 against George and Sapnap using a punch bow and piercing crossbow he managed to acquire. But then Antfrost showed up, and this time he didn't have iron armor. He had diamond. The hunters enchanted their armor and now were virtually unkillable for Dream. On top of that, as Dream approached the location of his portal, he noticed something. The hunters had built a barricade around the portal and were camping it awaiting his arrival. If he wanted to go back to the overworld, he would have to sneak into a fortified base, travel undetected past 4 full diamond hunters, and stay in the portal long enough to go through. But despite all this, the hunters failed to account for one thing. Dream had potions.
Oh, Dream, you are done! We literally have. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. We have like an entire squadron. What? Don't tell him. We enchanted!
I've got enchanted everything. I've enchanted axe, enchanted shovel, enchanted pickaxe. I've
Oh my
everything.
goodness! You're so done, Dream. There's literally nothing you can do.
Go terrific Dream like he's nothing this year.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is Guess what? We have enchanted diamond armor! Oh my goodness. I love it. Keep your eyes peeled, by the way, guys. Keep your eyes peeled.
Making it through the portal, Dream bought even more time by pretending he was still in the Nether. With the help of dolphins, he was able to make his journey to the stronghold with little trouble. But as he found his way in, the hunters followed close behind. Dream looked for the portal room, but he couldn't find it before the hunters, so he had to come up with a plan. After scoping out the portal room, he saw that the room was being transformed and trapped to prevent Dream from finding a sneaky way in. Knowing there was no way he could survive going in with the gear he had, Dream activated his final big plan. He would kill a hunter.
He's right here. What?
Kill him.
Oh my god! I'm dying. I'm
What?
dead. What just happened?
What happened?
What?
He did this by utilizing entity cramming. By placing over 24 minecarts in a single block, any other entity that stepped on it would begin taking massive damage regardless of their armor. So by baiting and block trapping George, Dream managed to turn the tides once again, stealing all of George's stuff. He was now ready to make one final push for the portal. As the 4 hunters followed him through, the final battle took place. Winner takes all. Dream took control of one of the end pillars, defending it with his punch bow while chipping away at the dragon's health.
Of this one.
Behind me?
Yeah, I'm here.
I was.
Oh my goodness, that was so
No!
much.
Ah! TNT! Ant! Move! No!
Come on! He did so much knockback! Oh my goodness!
Man, watch out!
As the dragon reached half health, Dream jumped down to attempt to finish it off.
I'm going for him.
It was just free pearls.
Oh, I'm dead.
George!
Get him, George, get him!
Someone just MOG wolf.
Oh no! Dream!
I did some
This
damage.
guy- No, just to alternate.
Oh! Oh yes!
Oh, yeah,
Boost, boost, boost.
No! I didn't see my stuff. Oh!
Oh my gosh!
With much of the hunter's stuff gone and the dragon's health low, Dream had a chance. But the one person who hadn't died was Sapnap, Dream's oldest friend of the group. There from the very beginning, was now the last one standing in the way of victory.
I got
just me and you, Saptap, me and you!
Let's go! Quick, get Rex out! Just hold him off, don't let him get it!
Oh my god.
Using strength, Dream was able to scare away Bat and Sapnap, buying him just enough time to pearl to the portal and...
Oh, you lose! You lose!
It was all over. Dream had done the impossible yet again. The constant struggle between Dream and the Hunters was over, and Dream had come out on top yet again. This was his most impressive win to date, but not just because it was against 4 Hunters. The growth in skill and strategy experienced throughout all the manhunts truly showed in the actions of both sides. From mindlessly attacking in the first ever manhunt to calculated strategies in the last, the change was evident. Across Dream's career, he has always managed to get better. And despite the losses, what he has managed to accomplish in just over a year is incredible. No matter what the future holds for Dream, I have no doubts it will only get better. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the legend of Dream. If you enjoyed the video at all, make sure to subscribe. I spent so long on this video, it would really make my day. Also, make sure to go follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those links, along with a link to my Discord server, can be found in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.